What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Ramsa here, and today I want to talk about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and possible DLC characters that I personally want to see. Now, before I start, I want to say two things. Number one, big shout out to Omega. He made a video himself where he did top 10 characters that inspired me to do this. So if you want to watch that, I will link it in the description below. And two, a couple months ago, I actually released a giant poll of characters that have not been in Xenoverse 1, but have been seen in previous games that everybody voted on. I think a majority of people voted for Janemba and Gogeta and Hit on that character poll. But now that we know somewhat what the character process look like in Xenoverse 2, which we don't know everybody yet, but based on what we haven't seen yet, I decided to put this poll together so people can vote again. So in the comment section below, you'll find a link to a poll that you can only vote for one character. So I know it sucks, you can only pick one, but after going through that list, you can only pick one character. Choose one, choose wisely, and then after about a week or so, I will take this poll and send it over to Bandai, see if this can help out for future DLC, I guess, decisions and stuff like that. So you can only get one, which I know it sucks. But in the comment section below, I also do want you guys to say who you voted for and why, and maybe someone else that I might have missed in the poll as well. Just feel free to basically discuss that down below. Before I go over my top 5 picks, I do want to go through the poll real fast. And again, I only base this poll off of characters that we saw in the previous games. I mean, obviously there's many characters missing on here, and to those who are missing, feel free to drop them down below. And if enough people basically request that same character, I can send that feedback down as well. But without further ado, these are the people that I threw on the poll. First one is Super Buu with Gohan Absorbed, Gotenks Absorbed, and Piccolo, or Bootanks, Buuhan, and Buccolo, as many fans call him. And I was actually kind of shocked that Buuhan is not in the game. And to those who are asking, how do you know? A couple weeks ago, Hirano-san in an interview did mention that Super Buu's forms will not be in the game. Super Buu will be in the game, like he was in Xenoverse 1, but Buuhan, Bootanks, or Buccolo will not be in Xenoverse 2. He did, however, say that if enough fans request it, they'll consider it as DLC or something like a future release. So, again, with Xenoverse 2, let's see if Dimps is really serious about, listening to all the feedback. So it's important that we keep sending that feedback as much as possible. But yeah, I'll have to throw those three at the top of my list. The next one I threw together is Hachiyak, who was only seen in Rage Blast 2, but I've seen a lot of people actually talk about Hachiyak in the comments for Xenoverse 2 related videos for a long time, so I guess the fans do want to see Hachiyak as well. Of course, you gotta have my boy Tapion in it, and the way I see it is if we do get Tapion, it gives an opportunity to also add a Hirudegarn Expert mission, which is basically the giant battle missions. How much fun would that be? That would be incredible. So there's a lot of opportunity here to add Tapion, because another sword-based character would be awesome. I believe Tapion was only in Tenkaichi 3. I don't think he was ever seen in another game, but I might be wrong. Of course, you gotta have the Universe 6 characters. So I got Frost, Kabe, Hit, Nageta Botamo, Shampavados. But I also threw in Super Saiyan Kaioken Blue Goku, which that would be really interesting to see. We do know that Kaioken Blue won't be in Xenoverse 2, at least I think it won't be. But as far as DLC, I'm curious how that would work. I feel like what they could do is they could add basically Super Saiyan Blue as a character, but then have like a Kaioken Blue transformation. Like, that would be pretty epic, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be interested in seeing how that works out. So that's always a good choice as well. It's actually funny, speaking of Vados, I was fighting with Afro, which you'll see later today on my channel, and we basically confirmed that a Vados-based character will be incredibly evil. Like, Toa was awesome in Xenoverse 1, but she kind of lacked the attack power. So imagine basically having Vados, which is basically Toa with a Whis power. That could be incredible. So I feel like Vados would be an amazing character as well. Now, outside of the Universe 6 staff and Dragon Ball Super stuff, I also threw in Android 13, Bojack, Teen Gohan, and what I did for Teen Gohan is he'll have his base form transformation, Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2, and he can just cycle through it like they do with the other Super Saiyan characters in the game. Because I know a lot of people do want base Gohan, and I feel like if they do add Bojack or like a Bojack mission, there's an opportunity there to add the base Teen Gohan as well to kind of make the people who want base Teen Gohan satisfied as well. Of course, you gotta have Baby Vegeta, and again, I was kind of disappointed that Baby Vegeta was not shown off initially yet, and the game is gonna get released in less than a month now, and I don't think that Baby Vegeta will get revealed anytime soon. But if he does get revealed, I can only see DLC as an option, so we do definitely want Baby Vegeta. Another option is also Pikkon Dabura. Mecha Frieza is kind of nah, but I threw him in there anyways. I know they showed Mecha Frieza in the animation from a couple weeks ago, but he's not actually in the game. And of course, I got Oob, Lord Chilled, Super Mirror, and Darkest Toa in here as well. Now, before I tell you my list, I'm still kind of hurt that Super Mirror has not been revealed yet. I honestly feel like Super Mirror and Darkest Toa will be shown off as DLC at some point in the future. But to those who don't know, Super Mirror and Darkest Toa are basically like the next forms of both these characters. They're basically the forms that are revealed in Dragon Ball Heroes, and this is like the forms that they go by. Super Mirror is basically like a Super Saiyan version of Mirror because he is created off of DNA of many warriors, including Saiyans. And then Darkest Toa is just basically Toa with a different outfit. And I feel like both of these characters would add so much to the game. But unfortunately, There's been no reveal yet, and I'm really hoping that they do show off Super Mirror and Darkness Toa like last second before the game gets released. But again, I don't really know. Again, the entire list I put together on this poll is based off characters that we've seen in the past, but not in Xenoverse 1, and that, you know, we've seen in other things like Dragon Ball Heroes as well as previous games. So that's where I kind of base this poll off. So again, before I start, go in the comments, or not comments, in the description, click that link, vote, pass it out to your friends, and I'll send that to Bandai in a couple weeks. But without further ado, let me talk about my top 5 picks. Starting at the top of my list at number 5, Baby Vegeta. Now, when Xenoverse 1 first came out and revealed that Great Baby Vegeta was going to be in the game, we all got excited. We're like, oh snap, that means we'll get playable Baby Vegeta as well. But then we didn't. And I'm still hurt about that. I'm not gonna lie. I am still greatly hurt about that, because like, if you look at Dragon Ball GT, in my opinion, Baby Vegeta was the best thing to happen to that story. I mean, Omega Shenron's cool, Ice Number Shenron are cool as well. Super 17 I do not care about. But the fact that we kind of skipped, or that they skipped over Baby Vegeta when they gave us those DLC characters in the last game, has always hurt me. And I feel like Baby Vegeta could be an awesome character in terms of just power and just fun to play. Like, he'd be incredible. With that said, if they do end up doing some kind of GT format based DLC, I would not be opposed if they give us Baby Vegeta, whether it's just Baby Vegeta in like the final form, or have the previous forms where it's like Baby as well. I just want to play as Baby Vegeta, basically is what I'm trying to say. So, Bandai, Dims, Baby Vegeta, please, let me get that. Although the question is, if I had to choose, would I want GT over something else like Dragon Ball Super? That's a question right here. I don't know. Either way, I want to play as Baby Vegeta, so he's at the top of my list. Number 4 is none other than Kabe himself. Now, you're probably wondering, Rhymestyle, why Kabe of all people? And to answer that question is because he is a melee-based character. In Dragon Ball Super, it's confirmed or revealed that the reason why they brought Kabe to the tournament is because he is pretty much specialized in hand-to-hand combat. So to those who love their combos, like, Kabe could be like the best character for combos. Like, between using the kicks and punches, on top of that he's a Saiyan, so he can go Super Saiyan as well. Kabe could easily be one of the most funnest characters in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 if he's done right. That key phrase, if he's done right. If they give us Kabe and just basically have him just like a generic Saiyan or something like that, it'd be kind of like, meh, whatever. But in a way, I feel like Kabe, here's a better way to describe it. Kabe is, I feel like, is what we all want to go on to become, sort of, if that makes sense. And with that said, Kabe just has everything. He has an awesome story, the great design. On top of that, the melee game is on lock. So if you do that the right way, he could be one of the most funnest characters in the game, and that's why I have to have Kabe on the top of my list. For my number 3 choice, I have Super Mirror. Now, before I talk about Super Mirror, again, I want to toss out the disclaimer that I still don't know whether or not this character is in this game. At the point of me recording this video, we had a huge character roster leak, but we have not seen Super Mirror himself yet. We did see a villainous Timebreaker Mirror, but we have not seen anything about Super Mirror, so he may or may not be in the game as of right now. But whether or not he's in the game or not, I still want to play as him. That's why he's on my list. Now, to kind of describe what Mirror is a warrior created by the DNA of many fighters across time, and he himself, in a way, can go Super Saiyan, which is what Super Mirror actually is. It's a transformation of Mirror's character. He looks absolutely evil, and based on how fun Mirror was, I feel like Super Mirror could be an incredibly fun character in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. So because of that, I have to toss him at the top of my list at the number 3 choice for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 of DLC that I want to see in the future. And honestly, if we don't even see him as DLC, I'll be greatly disappointed, because Super Mirror and Darkness Toa both are so popular in Japan. So the fact that they weren't already in the game, have been revealed a while ago, kind of has me questioning Dimps' choices. Like, how are you guys choosing which characters go in the game? Because as I said, the fact that they added Dodoria and Zarbon to the game over someone like Bojack or Ender 13 is kind of like, what are you guys doing? But not including Super Mirror, I feel like it's a bigger slap in the face. So hopefully they'll correct that with DLC, but we'll see. I don't know. Either way, Super Mirror could be incredibly fun, and I hope that Dimps does give us Super Mirror at some point in the future. Number 2 on my list is Super Buuhan, or Super Buu with Gohan absorbed. Now, I feel like what Super Buuhan actually is what Majin Vegeta was in Xenoverse 1. Everybody wanted him, but for some reason, they didn't include Majin Vegeta in Xenoverse 1, and in Xenoverse 2, that is Buuhan right now. It's like, why is he not in the game? Now, I do assume that based on how the characters are decided who's going to be in the game in Japan is based on the popularity in Japan. So I don't know how popular Buuhan himself was in Japan. But I know outside of Japan, a lot of people love Buuhan's character. He's awesome. And mostly the reason why I want to see him in the game is because I feel like Super Buu was underutilized in Xenoverse 1. There was a lot of potential there. He's a really good character if you know how to use him, but I feel like they underutilized all the ways you can use him correctly. And if you add, Gohan to the equation as an absorbed form, You could add things like, you know, Super Ghost Kamikazes that shoot Kamehamehas. Imagine that. Like, you know how Xenoverse 1 you can shoot at a Super Ghost Kamikaze that chases your opponent and blows up? Imagine having that, but instead of blowing up, they fly up to you and shoot a Kamehameha, or they explode if you touch them. Like, there can be so many fun ways that you can make Buhan's character one of the most funnest characters to play. Next to Kabe, of course, because I already called Kabe a potential most funnest character, but you get the picture. Like, Buhan could be an incredible addition, and I do hope at some point he does get added as a DLC, because he could just be incredible, and I know a lot of people out there want him. And my number one choice is none other than Hit himself, obviously, just because he's so awesome. In my opinion, Hit is the best character that we've seen in all Dragon Ball Super. He has a cool backstory, he has awesome powers. On top of that, the fight between him and Goku was incredible. So being able to relive that moment, number one, in form of a story mode would be incredible. And two, just getting Hit overall would be great, because like, he could be a lot of fun to play with, he could be pretty powerful, and on top of that, his super moves and ultimates, there's so much room to have a lot of fun with how those moves work. So if they add Hit the right way, again, it's really easy to make a character suck Dokkan Battle, because to those who don't know, Hit in Dokkan Battle is basically absolutely garbage. But hopefully they'll add a rebirth for him later and fix that character. But Hit in Xenoverse in like a fighting game setting could be so perfect, and if they do it right, it could be easily the best and most funnest characters. In fact, a fan favorite to a lot of people if he's done right. So Dimps, I know you're already probably working on Hit as we speak, because Dragon Ball Super Universe 6 stuff is probably top priority in terms of what DLC that people want to see. He's kind of a no-brainer to go with, but just in case, I do want to mention I really want to play his Hit, and he's on top of my list. So with that said, who is it that you want to see on your list of possible DLC characters? Let's do top 5 in the comment section below. Comment who those characters are. On top of that, don't forget to vote on my poll that I plan on sending into Bandai and Dimps at some point in the future, so just do that. And keep an eye out for the next couple days, because I will have some new Xenoverse 2 gameplay featuring Majin Vegeta coming out very, very soon, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's talk about all these DLC characters that we want to see as the fans of Xenoverse 2 in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like right below. Any questions, comments, feedback, you know how to reach me. I'm down here in the comments or on Twitter at Rhymestyle. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Rhymestyle, and I will see all y'all super sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.